In a world that often measures success in material possessions, owning less is countercultural. But through the years, I've found motivation to own less in the many studies that support that decision. Though culture and marketers encourage us to buy more, those who study the impact of excess possessions on life and the body encourage us to own less. So if you ever find yourself needing a little extra bit of motivation, I encourage you to come back to this video. Bookmark it if you need to. No matter who you are, you'll find something here to encourage you to own less. Here are 10 scientific studies that will encourage you. Number 1, owning fewer possessions reduces stress. Clutter makes us feel stressed. In fact, just think about a cluttered room in your home. You can actually feel the weight of the possessions on your shoulders. Studies confirm the feelings that we have. Research shows us that possessions make us feel stressed, anxious, and depressed. Clutter produces a chemical reaction in our body. Even more fascinating, according to a study published in 2011, people who value their possessions highly tend to experience higher levels of stress and depression. Not because of their quantity necessarily, but just because of the value they place on them. Not only can minimalism help clear clutter from our homes, it can also reframe the value that we place on physical possessions. Win-win. Number 2, owning fewer possessions boosts our well-being. The modern growth of minimalism as a lifestyle is still relatively new, but according to all the research and evidence collected thus far, a consistent positive relationship has been found between voluntary simplicity and well-being. In fact, a 2021 paper reviewed 23 studies to reach that conclusion. By the way, all the studies cited in this video are linked in the description below. Number 3, owning fewer possessions can improve relationships. In 2021, research was conducted by 3 researchers in China. And according to their findings, people who were less materialistic and focused on experiences rather than material possessions had more positive social interactions and stronger social bonds. Owning less paves the way for stronger relationships with others. Number 4, owning fewer possessions helps us sleep better. Researchers have discovered that cluttered bedrooms are associated with poor sleep quality. In a physically cluttered environment, it can take longer to fall asleep and experience restful sleep. As a result, the study suggested that removing possessions from the bedroom can lead to a better night's rest. Number 5, owning fewer possessions boosts productivity. A study by scientists at Princeton found that clutter in the workplace can have a negative impact on productivity. Participants in the study who worked in a cluttered environment performed worse on tasks that required concentration and problem solving than those who worked in a clean and organized space. Number 6, owning fewer possessions can help you save money. A recent study, released only in March 2023, studied the impact of minimalist practices on consumer happiness and financial well-being and discovered, get this, adopting a minimalist lifestyle saves substantial money. According to the study, this happens for 3 reasons. Number 1, reduced purchases saves money on items that add no life value. Number 2, adopting a prudent and thoughtful stance when controlling consumption. And number 3, balancing spending according to budget limitations avoids debt burdens. I've been writing about minimalism for 15 years, and I'm really excited to see more and more research emerging on the impact of it on individuals and society. Number 7, owning fewer possessions can help bring happiness. According to research, experiences tend to bring more happiness than material possessions. The researchers concluded that people are happier with experiential purchases over material ones, irrespective of when you measure happiness, before, during, or after consumption. In fact, after studying the data, the researchers said, if you want to be happier, it might be wise to shift some of your consumption away from material goods and more towards experiences. This would likely lead to greater well-being. Number 8, owning fewer possessions improves our physical health. In a 2016 study, researchers studied the impact of a cluttered environment on habits, in this case, overeating. Participants in the chaotic kitchen condition consumed more cookies and calories than those in a standard kitchen. An orderly environment, on the other hand, can lead to healthier habits and personal choices, including increased physical exercise. Number 9, owning fewer things can improve memory. Increased physical possessions around us increase visual noise in our minds and lives. And this visual distraction of clutter increases overload and even reduces our working memory. And number 10, owning fewer possessions promotes better play for our kids. A 2017 study makes an important observation for us as parents. When provided with fewer toys in the environment, toddlers engage in longer periods of play with a single toy, allowing better focus to explore and more creative play. This is important for us to realize. Constantly adding more toys is not the best way to help your child grow and develop. And based on all the studies listed here, constantly adding new possessions to your home for your sake is not the best way to grow, develop, and live your most meaningful life.